Harrison, you want to do the intro?
Nope.
that's what I figured. All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Spotlight. Today we have a new guest, Harrison Bickham. He is
wrong.
Harry.
10 seconds into the show, I get dead name.
Wow, Harrison Bickham.
No, you're still wrong.
Harry ass.
No.
What?
He changed his name, dude.
Did you actually change your name?
No,
To what?
don't tell him.
No way.
Look at his
Don't tell
ID,
him.
bud.
Don't tell him.
Are you going to show me a fake?
No, it's
'Cause
not.
I know you're younger
That's
than
my
me.
real ID.
Martin? I am not putting this down. I'm about to expose your whole ID to every follower on Spotify.
Just show it.
Bro, Martin, I was wondering why on your Instagram. Wait, so is your middle name now Harry? This is a joke. This is not real.
It's not
It's
a joke.
real.
What? Why?
It is 100% real.
I had a whole bit planned for this intro, but now I need to investigate what is this? What am I looking at?
That is my real Iowa driver's license. I also kicked it. It came out.
Yeah, you're probably the one who turned off my headphones.
No. That wasn't me. This is me, though. Oh,
Make sure your mic.
I got it.
There you go.
Okay. But yeah, Martin. I can't call you Martin, dude. That hurts. But Martin is built like a alcoholic Greek god, and I went to high school with him. He is also critically acclaimed Moore Brothers actor as well, and Cooper's also here.
Yep. That's me.
That's all I have to say about Cooper. But well, okay. First off, I just wanted to catch up with you guys since I had Cooper on the last episode, but you were planning on going to the military, and then you just didn't, and then you went and are doing online. Where were you doing online college with?
Correct.
Just tell me what you've been doing for the last
If you want to catch up on my life, I mean,
with the
I'll let you in on it. So
dead name lore.
basically, I was gonna join the Air National Guard, but then I have, and as you both probably know, I have an extra vertebrae in my neck,
Really?
and so that
That got you?
that was the reason why I couldn't, because of things like, I mean, it's obviously not everyone in it flies planes, but for the regulation for it, the condition is because of the extra vertebrae, the altitude and stuff like that would like stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I couldn't join. They basically barred me and said, "Hell nah."
I bet you if you asked the Navy, they'd bring
Probably,
you in,
yeah.
honestly.
But anyway, I just took it as it was, and I was like, whatever. And then I was like, well, either I'll just go back to Iowa State or I'll work and do online. And so as of right now, I'm just working and doing online. But if I want to come back to Iowa State for my senior year,
Who are you
definitely
doing
could.
online with?
Arizona State University.
Oh, okay. So you're just at home working and doing Arizona State?
And doing my degree, yeah. And when I graduate, it will just say Arizona State bachelor's degree. It will not say online. So when I apply for jobs, it doesn't even say that I went online.
Dude, that's the big brain right there. You gotta bypass the system by saying that you actually went to
They're just gonna
school.
ask you,
I
like-
could just eat Takis all night.
They're just gonna ask you, like, how was it like living in Arizona? Actually,
Heck, it's pretty hot down there.
yeah, I was just sweating my balls off the whole time.
It was nice. It was good for sure. Wearing the Hawaii shirt in Iowa, you might as well have gone to BYU or wherever Hawaii school there is, but
BYU.
yeah. I don't know. I think that's a Mormon school in Hawaii. It's the only reason why I know it.
I'm pretty sure BYU is in Utah.
Oh, so they have different branches. So BYU is a Utah branch, but you can also go to a branch.
Oh,
in Hawaii.
really?
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah. That is
I did
correct,
not
though.
know.
It is.
Yeah, yeah.
It is Utah as
Okay.
well. I mean, it's Salt Lake City, so Mormon schools, of course. and it's so funny talking to Jenna about it because every girl in her friend circle that also is Mormon will they'll act like they'll say, "Oh, I could always go to Hawaii," and it's like you're not gonna go. Like there's no world in which you actually go to Hawaii. You just like talking about it. Like you just like saying, "I could." Like I have that option, like bragging about having the option to go. Hawaii.
There's potential for it, so henceforth I'm gonna brag about
Say,
the potential for that.
I'm better because I have this opportunity to go to Hawaii, which I will never ever take advantage of. Oh, but Coop, how you been?
Oh, not too bad. Just grinding out some art stuff, and it's it's a toll on my
mental health.
mental health.
You're basically just doing the job of working in art. What did you just turn it on and off?
I'm
Dude,
trying to still figure out these. They stopped working and.
I'm gonna get this footage, and it's just unusable on air.
That's what I'm saying.
On your
dude.
end,
You don't
because
even know can you hear me, Cooper?
Yeah, I can
Oh,
hear you.
okay.
I can hear you guys.
Cooper's the only one.
I'm the only one that can wear headphones.
Oh yeah, you're the only one with headphones in too. This is just like a disaster because this is the final episode of the season.
This
by the way.
this worked.
So-
I plugged it in.
Oh, there you go.
Can I get my degree now?
Bro's IT
scuffed.
guy.
This is so scuffed. I have no idea what this sounds like. I don't even know if this is.
It sounds fine to me.
Okay, good.
When you post it to YouTube or whatever, is it just this like completely raw and edited?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. They're gonna love that.
So I was thinking about convincing you that I edit it, and then getting you to say things that you asked me to edit out that I will not edit out.
So this will be only in the extended cut on our Patreon.
This is bonus. Yeah, if you pay, you'll get the other parts of our podcast.
So do we roll the sponsors now, or
Yeah, I was to say I have a bunch of people. I have Hawaii sponsoring me, and then
the state of Hawaii?
entire state of Hawaii sponsoring because it's the plug.
Bro's got the
Got it.
governor back.
I say also Bass Pro Shop or whatever hat you're wearing. You look at the local Iowan.
Salty Crew. It's a deep sea fishing company. Because I
Did you
deep
just
sea
find
fish
that in Iowa, in Arizona,
in Arizona.
where you're
Yeah.
from.
I
local
go
Arizona.
down there all the time. I came up just for this actually.
I was say I'm still thinking about that ID. That's the funniest thing. Can you give me more context on that, please? I'm like begging
Oh
you.
sure. I thought I had my old one. I could show you the old one. Whatever.
You're dead.
But yeah, my dead name. So I actually get really offended and triggered by that. So let's not say that word. Anyway, the Martin was the last name of my grandparents, and so I just took my grandparents' last name instead of my dad's last name.
So is your name Harrison Martin?
Correct. That's my name.
Oh, okay, your first name isn't Martin. I thought you changed your first name to Martin, and I was like, no shot. No shot.
Do you always know they put the last name on top, and then they go Harrison John?
That's just what
Martin.
I read, and I was
Yeah.
just so shocked that that's why I didn't mean to be disrespectful to your grandparents' name, but that's so funny.
That's why at first, and you were like, I am just not going to be calling you that. I'm like,
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm, like,
jerk.
Standing on like the graves of your
Yeah.
dude, that's so funny. Oh, that provides. Thank you for that context because I would have gone this whole time avoiding calling you Martin Bickham. I would have avoided that this whole time.
I just like keep rubbing it in. Harrison Bickham
Yeah.
is here. We gotta have Harrison Bickham here.
Yeah. Oh, holy moly, Harrison Martin. But, yeah. So, I pretty much just wanted to talk to you guys about like what have you guys been doing after like high school, and how has these last 3 years been? Like, what have been your journeys just existing after you graduate, and what have you guys been doing? 'Cause-
Well, you know my DMAC journey. I kind of talked to you about that already.
oh, which is hilarious.
It's something, yeah. But
Fever dream.
literally, I'm not gonna lie. I've been kind of like a low life right now. Like all I do.
What does that mean?
All I do is I go to the classes that I want to go to. Otherwise, I just skip the rest of them.
Yeah.
And then I go lift. And then I go home and play video games until 2 in the
Play
morning.
2K and then sleep.
And then go to sleep.
Dude, that's living the life. That's the college life, though. I mean, what did other people expect from? But you guys are looking big, though. I mean, it's working.
In what way?
You guys are looking fat. You guys are looking obese. I mean, you guys stop messing with it,
It's
dude.
cut out again.
Is it cutting out again?
It just did. But
I feel like your system is doing what mine is doing, and that like
it works now.
and then it's still-
it's coming out a tiny bit of the whatever, and the second it comes out,
your voice is so horrible. It's trying to. It's trying
Doesn't
to
wanna listen
unhear.
to
It
you.
doesn't
I'll
even
try
wanna pick
buttering it
up
up
anymore.
a little bit for you.
The sultry voice.
But no, sorry. Continue, Cooper.
Oh yeah, but I was gonna say, some of my friends have been calling me fat recently because I've since last year I've probably gained about 25 pounds.
Dude, nice.
Maybe a little more than that. Yeah, thank you.
Nice.
But now Cody Carlson's calling me fat.
Cody Carlson is?
Yeah,
We're name dropping on
yeah,
this
we're
podcast.
name dropping Bud.
I see you, Cody.
He's called me fat. I only weigh 5 more pounds than him. So
Are you gonna work to shave it off?
No, I'm still currently bulking.
I would say, how does this work for you guys? Like, what are you guys' plans? I actually want to know about your workout regimen and like what you guys actually do to gain weight, because I gained like 15 pounds, and that's because I just was gluttonous when I went to college and worked out recreationally, and then.
Yeah, well, I can say for me, I started about a year ago when when Alex and I came to Iowa State at first. It's been a year ago now. Anyway, and so we started lifting every day, and just through that itself, you start gaining mass, just muscle, and then you start on top of that increasing your protein intake, your calorie intake, and then you do that in several ways. It's not just like eating more. Like Alex and I know we did protein shakes twice a day, at least tried to, and then after that, you just keep that schedule, and then after the first month of like lifting is where you're in the gym, and it's like, oh, I don't want to go today. It's hard to go to the gym. But then, like, once it's, like, ingrained in your mind that you have to go, even if you don't want to, it's pretty easy just to get in there. But luckily for me, mine has only, like, kind of like Cooper, I've only been on the scale of, like, gaining mass and gaining weight. I've never really, like, cut before and
I'm honestly, I'm not really sure on how I'm going to start cutting weight when the time comes.
Dude, I don't know. I found it, like, easier. For me, it's easier to cut than it is to bulk. And that's just because I don't buy my own food right now.
Okay.
So, like, I'm relying on the dining hall food. And, like, bulking with the dining hall food is, like...
rough.
Dude, you just got to start grubbing on that chicken, man.
I know, but it's like, I go... I'm not even kidding. Like, the only chicken and rice option is at Friday Windows when they serve it. And then that's a gamble, because you just go in there serving brats. And you're like, I'm not going to, like, chop up a brat, put it in rice, and eat that for, like, lunch and dinner. So... It's definitely a gamble, but how would you break through that first month? So like you guys are talking about like how do you ingrain it into something that's habitual?
For me, my first month I started lifting at like DMAC, and I had Grant kind of just like there to be like a kind of lifting partner type of thing, and we just had like fun with it. We just like mess around and stuff, and then it went straight into the summer where we would all just lift in Beeger's garage, and it didn't even feel like a chore because it was just like so fun because we just like mess around the whole time and just,
just dudes getting
sweaty in a garage, listening to some 80s rock music.
Yeah. The Madrid high school weight room type
Literally.
beats.
We were definitely born in the wrong generation.
That's like the worst modern phrase of all time. It's just
it's either that or you wouldn't survive an hour with my friend group.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. I think my favorite is saying that you have a dark sense of humor. Like that's like yeah, I kind of have a dark sense of humor. Come on.
I'm kind of messed up.
It's like, come on, dude. Come on. Oh, yeah. I actually to segue this, I was trying to think of a way. I found out the most like horrible but hilarious news like yesterday that is so funny, and I've been trying to find a way.
I heard about this.
I know to tell you.
I know. Yeah.
Dude, this is so funny. I'll tell Harrison then, but. And you can hear me come out of my mouth.
Yeah, I want to hear you coming from you, dude.
This is so. I don't even know how to tiptoe around like the people that are actually affected by this as an actual issue, and then what I experienced because they're so wildly different, but they're technically the same thing. So when I started working at the Woodward Academy, I had to get a physical, and so they just brought in this dude. And he's a nurse practitioner, and he's just like this chunky, like 40-year-old dude. And he gave me a physical, so he's like down there touching up, doing the normal physical things. Right away, him and I clicked. Like we're just vibing, we're joking. I thought it was a little weird that he wasn't dressed in nurse clothes. Like he wasn't like kind of nursey, and he was talking to me very casually, like swearing with me, like just not being professional in any sense of the word. And so this dude gives me my physical, and then I leave, and everything's fine. And then while we were talking, though, he's like, "Oh, you live in Ames? He's like, have you been to Perfect Games?" I was like, "Yeah, I've been to Perfect Games." And he's like, "I actually own Perfect Games." And I was like, "Wow!" I was like, "Why are you here doing this?" And he's like, "Oh, well, I'm a nurse." Dang, dude, I just blew up that speaker. He's like, "Oh, well, I'm a nurse I'm a nurse, and I also own Perfect Games and Top Golf at the mall and like this restaurant in Ames." I was like, "That's actually so sick." So I'm talking to him. Turns out yesterday he was arrested for like molesting 10 kids while giving physicals.
Dude, yes, my aunt told me about that yesterday.
I am a statistic. I am one of them, dude. Because on the news, they got like 27 more calls saying like he had a hit and run, like a hit and run. He had a kill count. Like people, and then they're like, even if you are an adult that had received a physical from him, talk to somebody and like tell somebody. So this is like my coming out story
On your podcast. Yeah, okay.
And so like
That's insane.
it's the most like insane thing because you'll have people who are talking about things like this and they're like, oh, the guy in the hit and run drove right past me and he almost hit me. No, like this dude, there's not even an example. It would be like the guy in the hit and run hit me with his car and then drove away and I didn't notice. Like, it's the most bizarre. I don't even know how to feel about it. And when I talk to people, it seems insensitive to joke about it because
People are actually
got
affected by it.
molested by
Yeah.
it. But like, not in my perspective, that is not what happened. In his perspective, maybe. But like,
He attempted, and then halfway through the physical, he was like, "Nah."
He's pretty cool. I think we're gonna.
he's
just
like, no,
chill.
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I think you just hit the cord that turned off both. I think both of ours are connected on the same mic.
I have long knees. Long knees, long legs.
So
so.
plug it in again, Mr.
Oh.
Technician. Because mine's off. There we go.
How we feeling?
Oh, that's good. That's good.
All right. Sorry about that.
But yeah, I heard about that yesterday, and that's like, I don't even know what to do with that information. Like, it's just the funniest. I'm gonna write a book or something. Like, I survived.
yeah, I survived.
So, like kids' books, like 100 pages long.
I was gonna say I own all this stuff. Like that's an insane like side hobby. Like I do
not-
physicals.
Well, and this dude, well, because he got arrested for like prostitution, human trafficking, pimping, and the like molestation things. And so he's like, yeah, I'm the owner of Perfect Games, professional pimp. I also own Top Golf and just like a bunch of other things. And it's just like,
So I'm hearing there's an open application for the owner of Perfect Games.
I was gonna say, I feel like someone's gonna have to come in and buy Perfect Games. Let's say I'm gonna try to sue like Woodward Academy, and I'm not actually. They did nothing wrong.
You shouldn't say disclaimer as a joke. I'm not suing.
I'm not
but-
actually suing them, but I just want to see one of those commercials, like if you were given a physical by by whatever his
for
name
free
is.
consultation.
Jimmy McGill.
Yeah, Better Call Saul type. But yeah, that stuff was, I don't know. I just wanted to tell somebody that because it's so fun. I was excited to talk to you guys about it.
Dude, that was so crazy. Like when Noah told me that last night, I was like, "There's like no way that like doesn't happen ever."
Nobody, I don't know. Nobody's been able to like very comfortably and laughably talk about something like that because it just has never happened in such a specific situation. It would have been funny if he wasn't actually a nurse. Like I just walked into a room with
That's
some
where I
random
thought the
dude.
direction of the story was going. I thought you were gonna say. Then he left, and then it was like
The
he wasn't
actual
even
nurse
a nurse
came.
at all.
Yeah.
He can't. Yeah.
Well, that would have made me actually uncomfortable if like he didn't have and I just fell for that. Like I didn't fall for any trick. Like that was a legitimate physical. Like that's in a file that works.
He
as a
searched up
physical.
on YouTube before he went there how to give a physical.
How to act like you're giving a
Yeah.
physical. But I didn't notice anything fishy with the technique or anything.
It seemed pretty standard to me, dude.
It's pretty standard. Like he was licking his lips a little bit too much, but other than that, I didn't really notice anything.
I heard him
crazy.
whispering when he was at the counter, but I don't know what that was about.
I feel so bad. I feel so bad for the people who were actually affected by this. First off, I want to say that, but also this is hilarious. But yeah. So what else have you guys been up to other than
Lifting.
avoiding the Ames fondler?
I don't know. It seems like Harry has a more interesting life than I do right now. So
Wow. Let's put me on the spot here.
What did you
Okay.
put? 21 hours of 2K?
He
What-
read that.
Yeah, 21 days of 2K or whatever.
Well, I said that's my most proud achievement. So, or achievement I'm most proud of because that was 2K20, so it would have been during COVID.
oh yeah,
And we had logged in on Pro Am probably around 22 days
Okay.
of 2K.
we
played total.
grinded that shit.
It was
dude.
actual degenerate.
like we'd get up at like 2 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
and just play until 3 in the
3 or
morning.
4
Yeah.
a.m. And then it would always be the one person that was at like 1 a.m. that would be like, all right, I think I'm getting off. Then everyone else would be like, no, dude, you're not getting off.
No,
Don't
dude,
get
we
off.
gotta get off. We gotta get off on a win.
One more, yeah.
We gotta get off on a win. We
One more.
lose the next 5.
4 games later.
Yeah, always the one more game gets you. Or the I'll be on in.
I'll be on in
speaking of
5
which, I'll
minutes.
be on in 5 minutes.
Dude, don't listen to this kid. He's the grandfather of that.
He's
He literally
the creator.
invented that. He invented that. He's like, yeah, I'll be on in 5 minutes. Don't see him for the next like 2 days.
That's what it's like messaging him too.
No, yeah, exactly. That's what they said about like, and then that's when the running joke came of Harry's always taking a shower because whenever someone would ask me about something, it was just a coincidence for like 2 weeks straight that I was like actually taking a shower. So now every single time I say, "Oh, I'm busy," they're like, "Oh, what? Taking a shower?"
Dude, that just unlocked. That was Luke's thing for a while too, because Luke would nap all the time, and then whenever his mom would answer like the home phone, she would just say he was showering, and then I caught him like within. Like he napped for like 2 hours and I called him at the beginning and then at the end he actually showered. And then so there was 2 times in which he was showering. I was like, dude, what is wrong with this dude?
Oh my god.
Stinky boy.
No, dude, this guy has the best excuses on planet Earth. There was this one night. It's probably 1 or 2
This
in
is
the
a
morning.
true story. I don't know how you
Yeah.
don't believe this to this
Maybe
day.
maybe true to you, dude. You might have been hallucinating or something.
This
He got
wallpaper.
abducted by
Yeah,
aliens.
dude. So it's like 2 in the morning, and we're like, Harry, where are you, dude? We've been waiting for like 30 minutes for you to get back on. He's like, I'm doing wallpaper right now. I'm removing wallpaper right now.
Dude.
It was 2 in the morning.
There's no shot that
After when this podcast goes public to the people of the United States,
You're gonna
I
clear
am
your name.
showing Gary Parker this podcast, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, Gary, my friends think that it wasn't true that I was removing wallpaper from our downstairs living room at 2 in the morning," and then he'd just go, "Oh yeah, you were."
No, I'm gonna need picture proof.
Yeah, I need video.
I was gonna say
I don't need pictures. I need video.
I need something that would
evidence.
pass the court of law. It's to prove that you were actually you weren't just showering.
I will not hesitate to
Wasn't
take this to
showering.
court.
I say I will pursue and investigate.
Alex Beeger just FaceTime called me. You know what that's about?
Get him on the pod.
Probably about Cooper.
Why? Is he at the gym right now?
What?
Is he at the gym right now?
No, we
I
went
don't
we
know,
went
I don't
this
think so.
morning.
Oh, okay. You guys are
What'd
pumped
you do
out
today?
today.
Chest and back, bud.
I have to, okay.
Like every day.
Let's watch the buds. But, I'm doing the Murph tonight.
What's that?
What is that?
The Murph is when you start off with a mile at fast, so I go about probably like 5:45, 6 minutes.
You can still run a 5-minute mile.
Not 5 minute, 5:45. That's right.
That's a big
still
difference.
impressive.
Yeah, it is
6
a big-
minutes is still
Yeah.
impressive. But
And then I do 100 pull-ups, 250 push-ups, 300 air squats, and then run another mile. And then that's the workout. It takes about 30 to 33 minutes.
you can do 100 pull-ups in if you
It takes
take
me
it
about
in
the
20
pull-ups
in 20
takes me
minutes.
about 17 minutes. Yeah.
Wow, I'm getting flexed on right now. This is like
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I could do like 5.
I was gonna say, if you were to test me how long it would take me to do 100 pull-ups, like give me 45
See,
minutes.
but that's the thing is because I said the same thing when I did it for the first time, but then you realize that like if you give yourself like a 30-second break in between each one, you can do 5 break, 5 break, 5 break, and you'll do more than you think you'd be able to.
I would love this. I want to go to the gym with you guys first off. Just period.
right.
This is my formal invitation to going to the gym with you guys.
Dude, whenever me and Harry are in the same gym together, we just end up trying to max out and see.
No,
The
I
past 3 times I've came up to Ames to bench with these guys, it's always been max out day.
yeah, I would
single
love to
time.
max out. I don't even know if I max this. I hear these horror stories of you like pec decking like 300 pounds.
Yeah,
and, like,
dude, he was-
keeping a conversation going.
He was literally pec decking more than his max bench and
What?
just having a casual conversation.
Dude, what?
Also, no, the other day there was this guy that was doing the pec deck. He had it maxed out and he was just straight arming it. Like it looked like it didn't take any. Yes, it didn't take any effort at all. Dude was a fed. For
He was
sure.
an alien. It's absolutely just floating it forward.
Dude, some of those trend monsters are insane, man.
Oh
what they
my
can
god,
do.
dude. The gearheads at State Gym, bro. They're
This is
scary.
a call out to all you gearheads at State Gym. No one cares.
Stop screaming.
Yeah. You're so we
It's
get
a
it.
warm-up set, dude.
can
Calm
de-
down.
you can- that's the thing too. It's like if you're deadlifting like 800 pounds, you can
Let
go
a little
ahead-
grunt out,
Yeah,
man.
do your,
Let it out.
No, you do your screams. That's fine. But when you're doing your warm up bench press for 135 and you're still going. Like,
No, it's the.
Yeah, it's the speed rep noise.
I saw that on
like,
TikTok. It was like the top 10 like ranked
Grunt
sounds
noises.
that people make at the gym, and it's just it was like the kind of grunts that people do, and I hate grunters, and I could just be being a hater, but
I'll say
don't like
I bet like we're gonna look at you in the gym and you trying to keep your mouth closed, your face is like beet red, and you're like sweating and drooling like
do it. It makes me look like a loser. Yeah,
as if you grunt. I don't know. I feel like there's a level like if you're past a certain size of person, you can now grunt. It's like the same level of when headphones start to look good. Like if you wear headphones in the gym, like if you're a big dude wearing earbuds, that looks funny. But if you're a small dude wearing headphones,
Yeah, like,
that
You
also
look
looks
like
funny.
you look like a dweeb.
Yeah,
dude.
it also looks funny. So it's like trying to find that line.
Like
of
if I just
when am big enough to
pulled up with
graduate?
these to the gym, people would be like, "What the hell is that guy doing?"
What is he doing? Is he wearing his Beats and his hoodie?
this cord hung down, not connected to anything. Just straight on.
Imagine running a mile with the headphones with the headphones on. The funny things are bobbling around everywhere. I don't know. The gym is funny because Lee doesn't have a bunch of like the trend monsters. Like we have big dudes that do
was
it,
my
but-
and Beer. If Beer was on, he would tell you too, because he's lifted a lot at both. Because our first year we came here, we only lifted at lead.
And
that's the
saw
thing.
you guys all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, was like it was a good atmosphere. It was like mostly all freshmen that were there. That was just like people like kind of like us that were like starting out and just doing the beginner stuff. But then you go to state gym, and that's when.
When you
That's
get the
where
seniors that have decided like, hey, maybe I should start steroids. I've been at the gym for like 3 years now.
I think I'm just gonna do bodybuilding for my life. I think.
it just becomes who's gonna out grunt each other and who's gonna out ego each other.
Who's the loudest? Who's the loudest in the gym?
Yeah.
Dude, I have a multitude of gym rivals there at state gym
That you
though.
just see like a dude.
Are
Are they about your size? And then you're
They're usually a little bit bigger.
like,
but
yeah.
you know, like we've never said a word to each other, but like we know we both hate each other
You
with
just
a
see- you
deep
just-
passion. Like we'll both glimpse over and we'll see that we're both staring at each other.
Like while lifting, these are like these like you can see them like visibly counting how much weight is on your whatever you're doing. He's like,
Put 5 more pounds on.
it'd be so dirty, man. You gotta give them. You just ask them if they need help. And when they're
just
grabbing
no,
the
like,
weight, like,
spot,
oh, do you need help?
spot them and just grab it for him. It's like, sorry, I thought you were struggling, bro.
Like when they're very obviously like pumping it up, do it on a warm up set. They have like 35s on their bench. You're like, whoa, puppy, whoa,
Watch
whoa,
it, bud. Watch
slow
it.
down.
That ain't
slow
your weight,
down.
man. That ain't your weight.
Yeah. Oh, you want to knock it down?
Don't push yourself. Don't push yourself.
Ugh. Yeah, dude. I don't know. Gym talk is hilarious because every person at college wants to be like they have the time to just go in on it and
Yeah.
just like I do college and work out. Like that's all I do. You know what I mean? But no actual adult, nor most actual adults aren't doing it like they are. You know, and they think that they're like these like huge monsters that are
That's-
like
and that's why I think
snorting
the-
pre-workout and then hitting hitting the bench press. It's just crazy, man.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, there's a difference between like if you go to the gym every day and whatnot, and, like there's no issue with that or whatever. The problem lies is when the gym becomes your personality, and every single
Oh
aspect of
my
your life
God.
outside of the gym is still the gym.
Yeah.
When every conversation you have with friends is about what you did at the gym today or how you felt at the oh man, that's the line that's crossed, and then it becomes just
you become like the
annoying.
gym, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my rival is I've coined the terms. He's called a Zizatron.
You've told me about this, but explain it again.
So basically, there's this like bodybuilder, like his name was like Ziz, right? Some shit like that. And like he was just like I don't know, people just like looked up to him and stuff. He like died, whatever. But like he would always wear like pajamas to the gym and like a wife beater. And like people always wear that exact outfit to the gym. And automatically I'm like, Zizatron.
Speaking of which, yesterday actually at the gym, I saw a probably an 11-year-old at the gym in Ankeny wearing a wife beater,
No.
PJs, and Crocs doing bench press.
no
dude.
way. They're growing them early, man.
I know.
Dude, those TikToks, man, they just get you real inspired.
The Giga Chad, like the I'm him. like,
There's always
TikToks.
one there. Like I swear they spawn when you walk in. They're there.
They never leave.
I know.
they live there.
That's what I saw it. That's probably what half of them do is they go there, take their Instagram story of that they're at the gym, and then they just head home.
That's
I'm
better.
grinding, y'all not.
Yeah, it's the grind set, and they start their own bodybuilding Instagram page and start working
Snapchat
on it
private
from there.
story.
Oh my God.
Join the club.
I'm sorry, I would never. I would never do that.
Well, what's funny, there's this interesting line of like talking about these people, and then like if you go to the gym, because you also know that there are like these really small dudes who don't go to the gym who are like, I'm not gonna go to the gym and be like one of those Harison. You know what I mean? And they're like, and they're always saying this stuff. There's one, what's the term where it's like someone's just going there like to show off? Like there's
An
like
ego lift?
ego lifter.
Yeah.
And you have like all those people who are like, oh, it's just a bunch of ego lifters. You know what I mean? and I have to give them the credit though, because like you'll go in there and they got like 3 plates on each side, and someone's calling them an ego lifter, and it's like that's still impressive.
Yeah.
Like that's nuts. It's like just because they're screaming doesn't mean
it
that's
gets
not.
to a point where like the weight is more important than the form, so you're just like repping it out. You might have the worst form on planet Earth, but you're still getting it up.
Your back is 4,000 feet from the bench, using your entire stomach to lift
It's
the
that, or mostly with the bad form, it's the curls. When you start throwing
your
back
back.
up while you're-
you start dancing when you're doing it. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to talk about the gym because there's this like line of where you're pretentious and you think that you're the best example of what the gym looks
Yeah.
like, and I'm just so scared that I'm gonna have like a gym opinion, and then someone's just gonna take a video of me at the gym when I'm not noticing, and I have like the most egregious form, or like I'm like such a mouth breather.
No, don't,
like, when
dude,
I'm at
don't
the
worry.
gym.
If something like that happened to you, you get put on TikTok, but then Joey Swole would get the video.
Yes.
Joey Swole would get the video and be like, hey, let's not record that. All right, guys,
He's
be
like,
better.
We got our
Mind
we
your
got
own
our-
business.
Yes. I love those videos, by the way. But yeah, that whole gym thing, it's a weird fine line, because especially there's always a bigger fish. There's always that bigger guy who's like, look, and if he thinks that I'm like a small dude, like he's just gonna be like,
Why is this kid here?
Like why is this guy talking?
Why did he even show up?
I was like, why? Well, and it's like, why does this kid think he can talk about like
The gym
me,
at
like
all?
me being annoying at the
Exactly,
gym?
because he takes it offensive because the gym's his life. So you can't say anything about the gym because that's all that he cares about. So that's when it gets taken to his heart, and he's like, you shouldn't even show up. That's the exact thing that I hate about gym bros or whatever, is they look down on people. And it's like, oh, you're small. Well, yeah, I'm small. I haven't been to the gym yet. I just showed up. Of course, I'm not going to look like you. This is day one for me.
Yeah. Well, that's a big thing. And there's this weird, do you think that it's looking down on the big guys to make fun of them for being Zizatrons or being like the screamers or like living at the gym? Like, is that looking down also? Or is there like this weird line where,
I don't know.
where is the line?
It's just like, yes, they're annoying, but they, to some extent, they have a right to do what they do.
Yes.
And it might piss you off, but you know, maybe there's a point in my life where I get there and I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do whatever the hell I want because I'm
I
huge.
own this gym.
These kids can't. If this kid tried to come up to me right now, I'd smack the shit out of him.
I was like, I'd knock him out right now.
Yeah, I think it's pretentious if they're just like grunting or something like that, and you're like, oh, look at them, they're grunting. But I mean, it's the part when they start like when it affects other people is when I think that's the line.
I think when it becomes
where-
disrespectful.
Correct. That's where you get the Zizatrons or whatever. That's when those guys get in the gym. But I don't know. I think Cooper's one too.
I had I had a feeling you guys felt this way, but I kind of wanted you guys to, play this line so that people don't listen to this and be like, what dicks are talking about like owning
Why
the gym?
do you invite two gym bros on it?
Yeah, until poop on people bigger than me. You know what I mean? It's like, okay. I understand what you guys are saying. And how do you guys feel about like all these videos of women like recording themselves at the gym? You just wanted to use the mute button. You wanted to feel like you were owning this podcast by hitting the mute button.
Gives me some.
Gives you
type
some
of
power.
power.
Yeah, like well, I mean, you have been fixing the mics the whole time, but how do you guys feel about the gym girls like recording and then catching people like looking at them and like
Nah, because like
They're baiting them.
a little bit,
Yes.
yeah. But like you have a right to like record yourself at the gym. Like I don't care about that. But it gets to the point where like you're looking back at the footage and you're looking for somebody to be looking at you, and then you post that. Like, oh my God, this guy was such a creep. I was like, bro, you recorded knowing that there was somebody there probably watching.
That's what I'm saying. I think they set up the camera prior just to catch somebody looking at them. They don't set up the camera to go, oh, I'm just recording myself lifting, and this supposedly happened just because I was filming. I think they film to catch somebody
And like
in that situation.
9 times out of 10, it's not even like they're looking at the girl, they're looking at the camera.
The camera.
They're like, oh, somebody's recording right now.
Why do you have a tripod in the middle of the gym trying to walk through and grab my 50-pound dumbbells? You have-
Well, I think a bigger thing is when I see somebody recording something, it now becomes they are doing something worth recording. So I should watch what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like anybody who's gonna
that's a valid
record,
point.
like I don't know if that's just me, but it's like if I see a camera recording, it's like what is being recorded, and I'm going to look at the thing that's being recorded. And if it's like this girl doing a set, I'm gonna like be like, okay, how much is she doing?
Yeah,
like, why
yeah.
is this being recorded? Like, is you know what I mean? I'm gonna like look at
Exactly.
it, whether it's a dude or a girl. If there's this tank doing bicep curls, you best believe I'm gonna be like staring at him and being like, what do you got going
What you got over
there? So I don't know. It's a weird just, but there's also like there's dudes at the gym that are just like
Staring at you.
that are just like
whole
staring at chicks. You know that there are people that are like that. So that's also another weird line, like a weird gym thing where people are just like, there's this weird combination of people wanting to get stared at, people like trying to catch people staring, people staring, and then people like glimpsing and going like, like doing that quick like covering your eyes thing. So, you guys had any experiences with stuff like that?
That like people like called someone out for
Yeah, or
staring
just
something?
any issues with that?
I didn't have anything with staring, but I had a guy that Alex would know about this too. He went to this was at Lead actually, which is more surprising because usually the people at Lead are way more chill about just stuff in general. But we were doing lat pull downs, and I was just touching some equipment over here. I shouldn't have been. I was just messing with stuff because I was bored while I was doing a set.
What does that mean? Like you were just like,
Oh,
walking
yeah,
up,
it
like,
was. I
fidgeting?
think it was the pull. Yeah, like it was just like a machine. It was a grip, and I was just like grabbing it and yanking it, or something like that. I was basically I was in the wrong. But anyway,
Okay.
he comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, bro, you want to put that down?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, sorry, dude, my fault. Like I didn't mean to." And he's like, "Yeah, dude, how about you just don't do that anymore?" And I was like, "Okay."
I said I'm done.
Yeah, I was like, "Okay, dude, whatever." Walked away, and then, that exact situation showed me it was like, well, I can talk all the talk I want, but if someone confronts me, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna back off.
Well, yeah. And what are you gonna do? Like fight this dude in the
Exactly.
Karen this dude in the gym?
No,
Like,
exactly. I definitely thought I was definitely the bigger person, but it's like I would hope that if he did something to me, I could defend myself, but this guy was massive. I would lose in any fight whatsoever with
Was this
this.
the Dorito chip guy?
Yes, it was the
Yeah,
Dorito chip.
Okay.
This guy is John Jim. He's
Yeah.
like the gym dude, like the guy who owns the gym.
No, he was I would like to believe, assuming that he was on some sort of steroids.
Make you feel a little better if he's the humongous dude is like.
Yeah, this guy,
and-
this guy beat the absolute crap out of me, but he was on steroids. So I mean,
So
if he
it's
wasn't,
a-
it would have been even fight.
I got nerfed. Okay, you guys been plugging for a couple years now. Yeah, I don't know. I had this dude. I was doing some sit down, and I was just on my phone between sets, just like watching TikTok for like a minute or whatever. And then I just like look up, and this old dude's just standing there, like right in front of me.
Oh my
and he's like,
God.
"So you gonna like work out or?" And I was like,
Doing some sets of thumbs here, bud?
I was like, "Yes, sir."
Call him sir?
No, that would have been so funny. I was like, "Yeah, I just got one more set," and he's like, "Uh-huh," and then he's just like, "What?" I was like, "Bro, get away from me, man! I can't do it." And it's like, it was the crunch machine, like the SpongeBob future thing. where you're like-
You were using the crunch machine?
I have really bad gas, and it really helps like push everything out. I'm not even kidding. It's the most OP thing on the planet because like I'm so congested or so bloated all the time.
Go to the gym to not be congested anymore?
That's like 30% of why I work out. I'm not even kidding. It's like to push everything out. It's like my laxative. I'm not even kidding. It's like I want to be big and I want to be fit and I want to be healthy, but like there's it just does wonders. And that's why I can't work out in the morning also. Because like I just gas out the whole gym. I just can't do it. I can't wait till I have my at-home gym because I feel so bad for the people around me because I'm like actually just filling the room.
That's the thing is, what do you do in that situation? Because you feel bad, but you're also like, I still want to go to the gym, so do you just not go to the gym anymore, or do you just
I
go
have
and pass gas and deal with it?
I have to go at like at specific times where it's been a while since I've eaten or like
Yeah.
So like I'm gassy in the morning specifically, and then at night, so I have to go in the middle of the day at like 3. So it's like a cursed time to go, but
Dang, dude,
that's how it is.
the struggles that you don't think about on a regular basis.
Dude, you would have no idea.
You don't understand my pain,
As
bro.
you just can't work out without like flexing that part of your body. Like there's not a lot of workouts that don't activate your core.
That's true.
So it's like you just have to plan around it. You just do. Oh, it's the funniest thing though. I'm always taking out one earbud to see if people can hear it. Like,
Dude, that would make me so paranoid though. After every time you do it, you look around and you're like, did anyone notice?
I was like,
Anyone
crunch
notice?
is bad. And I'm also horrified of someone coming up and trying to talk to me and like thinking I smell like garbage. Dude, this guy smells like ass.
I don't want
dude.
this guy to think I smell like BO and I'm in college.
Guys, I swear I put on deodorant before this. I promise you. The whole workout thing is, I don't know. It's such a interest, and everyone's story is completely different too, on like how they got involved, what's
Why
going on
they
with them, like
started.
why they started and how it's going. So
Why did you start, Cooper?
Why did I start? Honestly, I don't really know. It's just basically it was like, all right, I know I'm not running cross country next year at DMAC. I'm going to Iowa State. And I was like, well, I mean, I don't know. I've always been kind of a little skinny. So I was like, might as well start, lifting, see if I can get any definition or anything like that.
I mean, it's been working out. And that's the beauty of it. You're still skinny too, but like you're a good
Looking big, buddy.
Big. You're
Okay,
big
don't
skinny.
touch me under the table, please.
This table is so small. Like
We just keep
I
bumping knees, dude.
turn over, and I'm like inside Cooper. I'm like glitching inside of Cooper every time I turn over. Oh, but yeah, the workout thing is good. Do you guys have any advice for people starting? If we were to make this,
My advice is, find time like in the day where you can do it, just like consistently throughout the week. Spare yourself like a couple hours and just get into it. And then once you're like kind of used to going to the gym and stuff like that, it won't be as much of a chore to like go.
like getting past that first
First hump.
hurdle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have better advice.
Okay.
My advice would be work on form, not weight first, because you're gonna see everyone else around you doing more weight, more than likely doing more weight than you, and it's way more important to make sure you get the general form down first before you start adding more weight. Because that's what I suffered from, and Alex had to correct me.
Yeah, when I first started lifting with you guys, I felt a little embarrassed because I was doing a lot less weight than you guys, especially on bench. Like they're starting with plate 10.
Yeah.
And when I first started, I had gotten to the point where I couldn't even really bench a plate for 8 reps anymore. So I was like, I got to do 35, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was like,
and being able to swallow, and that's the thing is you got to have a supportive group of people who are like, take it down. Let me help you get up to where we're at, because you'll have those people who are like kind of disrespectful about it. Like I have some lifting people who aren't the best at like
being nice
about
Yeah.
it, and it's like
that'd be my second part of advice too: is find someone to do it with.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be way more motivated to go every single day or 3 times a week, whatever you do, if you have someone else to do it with.
Yeah, it's fun to have a little competition. Like me and Harry, we benching and stuff.
having the bench competition.
Yeah, we have bench competitions every once
You
in a
don't
while.
want to do the curl competition.
Yeah, nah. But me and Beeger will every once in a while we'll be doing hammers or something like that, and we're just like, all right, we're just going until we can't anymore, and we're like, all right, I got 30 reps this time. What do you got? And then he gets like 31. I'm like, all right,
all right, yeah,
screw you, dude.
Next time, bigger. And I think the gym bro is nice too, because if you don't have somebody that you're working on your body for, like a girlfriend or something, then like now you're doing it for that person. You know what I mean? Like you watch my growth, like, because when you have a buddy, it's like now Cooper's kind of responsible for how big you are.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like he kind of helped you with that, and then vice versa.
Full disclaimer, I attribute the reason to my size to Beeger, because he basically gave me the whole program, and
Beeger Beager's a big dude.
And yeah, he's large.
He's
He's
a
large.
big dude.
And he also, had the facilities that we lifted in all summer going into
The Beager gym?
Yeah, it's actually called Jim's Gym.
Jim's and his dad's name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also attribute all my lifting success, however you want to say it, to Beager as well.
He'll get mad if we don't.
I was going to say, shout out.
We were obligated to say that at some point on this podcast.
Legally obligated to say that I look this good because of Alex Beager.
So please sign up at
AlexBeager's
alexbeagertrains.com.
gym. You want to give everyone his address and then
Yeah, everyone can show up to Jim's gym and we'll just start lifting.
We'll start lifting together. If you guys want a workout regimen from Coop and Harry, then you guys can get it from Beag.
Got to go to the big man first.
I was like, you got to talk to Top Dog. Oh yeah, I think.
Okay, he's not top dog.
So I'm gonna get him on the podcast, and he's like this tiny little dude. No, yeah, I saw Beager.
When we were walking the
I
other
say
day.
literally, Alex and I were talking about the episode tomorrow, and then we passed you guys like while the words were escaping our lips.
That was so clutch that you drove past because I totally forgot we were gonna do this, and then I saw you. I was like, "Oh, dude, we got that tomorrow."
We got an episode, bro. We got Spotlight tomorrow, dude.
Yeah, I've known since you told me last week. So
I was gonna
screw
say,
this
yeah,
guy.
you guys have both been the worst. It was so you guys took turns not answering your phones, which is the funniest thing ever.
Dude, I'm not on Instagram DMs.
Well, we
like-
texted you too.
Yeah, but that was like last week. But I mean, like on Instagram DMs, I'd turn the notifications off. So I it's just when I conveniently see it says one by it. But I would like to take fault for not owning up to my half. But I mean, Cooper's was way worse. He forgot all day.
I just like to let you know that I'm better than both of you because I deleted Instagram and I don't use Instagram.
Yeah, I would say you really went. Why'd you delete Instagram? Also,
just like.
To be better than us. That's his
To
answer.
be
So I
better
can
than
brag
both of
about
you
it.
guys. To be better than both of you guys. No, just like, just kind of detox. Like, that's kind of what Grant taught me is like when you're just kind of going through something, just like delete Instagram, bro. Like, you don't even need it. And
why, like, what was the issue with Instagram? Like, was it too much
I was
time?
just spending way too much time on it and just like looking at the most, I don't know, dumb content ever. Just like
most garbage.
all, like, it's literally this, like, Instagram for me is literally the same exact thing as Twitter because I follow like such similar accounts that I'm just seeing this, like, I'll scroll on Instagram and I go to Twitter and see the same 5 posts in a row.
Dude, and what's funny about Instagram and Twitter specifically is that like at least it takes a little bit of work to like read. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But TikTok is so
Oh my God.
mind numbing to where like you don't even need to take that step. Like there are so many times where a clip is playing and I'm just watching
The Subway
kinetic
surfers?
sand on the bottom. Like I'm not even. I just watched the bottom and I like 10 minutes through. I'm like I've just been watching a dude just play with sand.
Yeah, I know we talked about this last time, but we're still on it because it's just so bad.
It's so bad. It's
like,
so funny.
I have gotten to the point where I'm aware of how low my attention span is, and I'll be like, man, I really should watch this video all the way through, but I don't have the attention span for it, and I scroll past.
It's like I know I would like this if I watch this, but I just
You scroll past like, and now that they have like the 3-minute long videos or whatever. So what I'll do is I'll scroll. I'll see that the bar at the bottom is moving very slowly, and I'll immediately go nope and
dude.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll like grab it and then move it and then see how long the video is, and then like you will see me so desperate with skipping like 2 seconds. Like it takes more work to put my finger there and drag it,
it
than
takes
it
the
would
same
have.
amount of time to watch the video as it does to scroll past.
My mind needs to be like captivated by the presence of future like content because even I'll take more time to find where I want to be than actually watching content, but that makes me feel better than actually just watching it all the way through. It's such
Honest,
a drug,
if
dude.
we're being real here, that's probably the app that I need to delete most. It's just
Yeah,
like,
that's why I asked.
I don't even-
I was like, Instagram's pretty tame.
I'm not gonna
compared to,
say
like-
you're lying to us, but I feel like you spend probably way more time on TikTok than you
oh
ever did
yeah,
Instagram.
I definitely do. That's just like I'm not strong enough to delete it.
See,
Let me,
you
let
know
me-
you'd go
I
back.
need a complete detox. Let me uninstall the second most used
Yeah,
app, not TikTok.
yeah,
The second most used.
exactly.
So that's like being an addict to like cocaine, weed, and alcohol, and then like you also drink soda, and you're like, I'm gonna detox. I'm gonna cut soda out of my life.
Man, soda's just really kicking my ass, man. I just need to
Say,
get
I
rid of it.
really can't just exist with this soda addiction, dude. It's just crazy. No, the TikTok thing is funny, and I think a lot of people had liked our conversation about it. And I had somewhere I was going with this TikTok thing because did you guys follow with the TikTok court case that with the U.S. Supreme?
A little bit, yeah.
That is the funniest Supreme, or I don't know if it's Supreme Court, but just the funniest court hearing I've ever seen.
It just proves to me how like incompetent some of our representatives
officials are.
Bro.
Dude, my favorite moment from the whole thing was can you take a look at this video? And the video has like 18 likes on it. And so she's like, this is what's popular amongst like TikToks in our country or whatever like that, and has 18 likes. And it has the most like underground TikTok, and the account probably has 10 followers, and she's using that video to say how bad it is.
Like 15 whole people saw this TikTok.
Yeah.
Like this is popping off right now.
Oh, exactly.
I think the hardest one to watch was when they were talking. Did you guys see the clip about? They said they were talking about tracking pupils.
Yeah.
It was
and
like
they just kept asking the same question.
And he just like it was like, so do you guys use camera technology to track pupils? And then he's like, no, we do not use face technology to track pupils, or face or voice technology to track anything. The only time face technology is used is to put the filter on if you want to wear sunglasses as a filter. And he's like, so you do track you? It's like, no.
And it's like, what's the relevance of that anyway? It's like, you might be able to.
What can they do with that information?
Yeah, what can they do
your
with my
pupils are
retinas?
looking at?
So what the accusation was is that they were tracking the pupils to see if it dilates to help the algorithm.
Oh my
like,
bro.
And it's like, what a complicated thing you would have to create that to provide such little actual usable
Dude,
detail.
first of all, kudos to them if they actually did that because it's working.
Because when I see that like the cutting video of like someone making food,
My eyes are as wide as a goddamn rabbit.
one time I actually drooled. So it actually came out of my mouth. And I was like, where am I?
You get up like 2 minutes later to look down at your shirt and you're like, what's that from?
Oh,
Bro
yeah.
got hypnotized.
They own me. I'm actually controlled by the people who created TikTok.
The
Dude,
sad
it's so
part
bad.
too is that like if they ever were to ban TikTok or anything like that, I might legitimately be like sad. Not because of anything about the rulings or anything like that, just because I can't watch my Subway Surfers underneath a Young Sheldon video.
Young Sheldon.
Dude, I'd be sad because I'd have to switch to Instagram Reels, which are
Or YouTube Shorts.
arguably disgusting.
Have you guys seen the guy who's like YouTube Shorts users and like 4 years? He's like 1, 2, he's like he's like drooling and farting.
He's sitting crisscross applesauce in his gamer chair with a diaper.
What do we? Oh, you know, this stuff's so funny. And the Young Sheldon, I'm getting a ton of the good doctor. The, like autistic doctor. And
When he used a bottle of Jim Beam to save some kid's life at an airport, it's like, why? I don't.
But he watched the whole thing.
I didn't watch
He watched
No,
the
and then I
whole
went over to the guy's profile and clicked on part 2.
What's funny? Yeah, I'm not even kidding. What's so funny about it too is that so many of these shows are not good if you were to just watch them
it by
through.
himself. Yeah.
Like, they only exist in TikTok in clips. And I'm actually starting to think though that like shows are going to start taking advantage of this and making shows that are clippable. That like the purpose is to be shown on TikTok and watch it.
All right, guys. So this scene's gonna be funny.
Yeah, this scene, and if nobody like it, they won't see the rest of the episode.
And then they're gonna search up on Google, where does this show stream on? Nothing. It's just TikTok. The show
Yeah,
is
the
on
TikTok original.
only. But no, I've been seeing that just like clips of like old shows too, like The Office ended in 2013, and I see Office clips from the official Office page like 3 times a
Well,
day.
because they know like all you need to do is see one clip and you're about to go get a Peacock subscription and watch the whole show.
It's like, oh my God, I haven't seen that
That's
in
what
2 years.
That's all the comments are. Oh my God, I missed this show so much. It's like you probably watched it 3 months ago.
My TikTok has influenced my last like 6 movie watches. Like of
That's
seeing
actually
movie clips.
factual.
Yeah.
I've seen so many La La Land clips that
I
I,
know,
was like, I've never seen this movie. I gotta watch it now.
Was it good?
It was all right. I didn't like the ending, but it was pretty good.
That's exactly Prisoners. Have you guys seen that movie? I'm so
I
excited.
don't think so.
Same with me and Kung Fu Panda, actually.
I've
never
getting a lot
seen
of
that.
Kung Fu Panda clips too. Well, Kung Fu Panda is a fantastic movie.
I found out
Yeah,
2 weeks ago.
But the Prisoners is this movie with Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal. And I think what's happening, and I don't know if I've talked about this before, but these dudes on TikTok will like sigmify like any actor that has played like a distant
Donnie
character.
Darko.
Yeah, like Donnie Darko.
Dude,
or like
that was one of the
Cooper
movies
knows
I
a
watched.
lot
based
about
on-
that.
I'm serious. So like they'll be like my top 10s, and it's every movie is with like some
Jake
Sigma
Gyllenhaal,
character who's like
Ryan
playing-
Gosling.
Jake
The
Gyllenhaal,
Patrick Bateman thing
Patrick
was
Bateman,
bad.
Christian
that
Bale.
One, Christian Bale, that one was... That
Dude,
one had the longest
all those
stint,
like
I think.
core edits.
Yeah, well, they'll be like this awesome badass character.
where it's Donnie Darko. He goes, I don't want to be alone. He's like sitting on a couch.
like a bunch of like pictures. But I saw that Prisoners just kept coming up, and they're like, this movie's incredible. Like top 5 movies of all time. Like amazing acting sequences. 5 out of 10. 6 out of 10.
Yeah, like
and it's literally just because Jake Gyllenhaal plays a character that's like a little angsty, like a little Sigma. And that's it. That's the whole thing. And I'm like, why did they make me watch this movie?
I was just say, I think the same for me. The one that I saw the most, I haven't watched the movie, was like Denzel Washington being like
The
a
Equalizer?
really mean dad.
Oh, no, just kidding.
Being a really mean dad to this kid in high school, and he like wants to follow his dream of playing football, and he's just keep the whole movie or whatever is about him being a mean dad. And I'm just like,
is it called like The Fence or some shit?
Yeah,
like
yes,
that? I've seen that movie. It's
have?
not that good. It's based off a play.
And that's what I'm saying. They're doing these
They're
not good movies and
mid-movies.
acting like they're like good because
well, it's because
look
even
how good this clip
movies
is.
have good
have like a good
3-minute
scene.
bits of it.
yeah. And you're like, I'm gonna watch that whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was the same thing with No Country for Old Men. You guys seen that movie?
That's
another one where you have like this like you've definitely seen this clip, like the dude with the long hair, and he's like, I have a coin, I'm going to flip it. Call it. That movie. You have this scene where he's like this badass. He's like, you have to call it, and it's like whoa, this is so intense and scary.
You're gonna kill him.
You watch the movie and it's like a 7 out of 10. It's like a mid movie.
Dude,
like
talk about attention span. We're gonna get to the point where people aren't even gonna watch movies because they're too long and they're too boring.
The Mario movie. Have you guys seen that?
Yep.
No.
It's literally just like a fever dream nostalgia trip. Fastest hour-and-a-half movie that just runs through.
Dude, don't even get me started on that, because then you have the parents of the 30, 40-year-olds that are like, oh, the pacing in this movie is absolutely terrible.
It's a kid's movie.
It's a kid's movie.
This is like,
Stop rating it.
This is Coco Melon.
This isn't Inception. Like, what? I don't get it.
Okay. And I do agree with you that it is a kid's movie, but think about like Ratatouille and that being a kid's movie and how beautifully complex
that's
that
true.
movie is, or like WALL-E.
But Pixar's
or
just like completely different. Zone than Illumination.
and that's what Illumination made the Minions movie.
Yeah, I know.
So, like, honestly, the fact that they made something that I walked out of the theater like smiling and happy with makes
for
it an
them.
automatic 8 out of 10.
That's what Sam said too about Illumination making. He's like, what do you think about? They're probably going to be a minion in the next Mario Kart.
Oh, but that is 100. Minion is the next Super Smash Bros. Character.
Oh,
my
easily.
god!
No.
But this grew.
Beto.
Oh my god. Before what? The like Facebook Minion memes.
Oh,
Alex
God.
Brown's Instagram page when he first started was just a bunch of Minion memes. Oh, but yeah, the TikTok signification of movies has made me watch like 5 of the most mid movies that I've seen in
Like, I'm
recent
not even
times.
gonna lie. American Psycho.
It's-
6 out of 10. for me.
Wow. I think American Psycho, I really like it because not because it's Sigma male, because no movie is like it. You know what I mean?
okay,
It's
yeah,
so
true.
different.
It's very original.
I said there's no movie that's so satire but they don't say anything about it. Like, it's not the only scene that's like, okay, this is very obviously satire, I feel like, is when they're doing the cards, the business cards, and he's like, That's a
see
sleek
Paul out.
off-white. And like it's like this, God, I can't believe his card is better than, and they're all the same card. That's the only one
Wait
where
till
you're
he
like,
sees my
okay,
card.
this is
Let's
obviously
see
a joke.
Paul Allen's card.
Yeah. I like to see Paul Allen. And I think that's another thing where like you can watch that whole movie on TikTok. You just see like the clips
Yeah.
that everyone quotes and now you know the movie. And you're good. And that's what Adam does a lot too, to where I'll say a movie and then he'll like instantly like associate a part of the movie that he knows that he watched on TikTok and then act like he's seen the movie because he's able to say that thing. There was one recently that I was like, have you seen The Goonies? And then the first thing he says was, who plays Thanos?
Matt, something Brolin.
Yeah, Josh Brolin. He's like, yeah, Josh Brolin. I was like, that is the least important detail of that whole movie. And I was like, the only reason why you said that is because TikTok reminded you that Josh Brolin is in that movie.
Yeah.
I think he had seen it, but it's stuff like that where I'm like, dude, I know you just watched that on TikTok. You do not know what that show is or what that movie is. I know that you're a faker. And then Family Guy's another good example of a show where it's like that you could not watch the actual show.
Dude, yeah, when I was going down the pipeline, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw it on for my like just hanging out, just having a little TV show. Like I couldn't even watch it doing that. It was just like, this is so bad.
You say that, but also there's South Park clips everywhere. I watch South Park season 1 through right now.
Yeah, and South Park's fantastic. And the funny thing is about Family Guy is that it somehow encourages you to watch the actual show, even though you haven't even so much as smiled at a clip that played on your TikTok. Like you watch the TikTok and you're like stone faced. Like it's 11 o'clock.
And then you like it anyway.
Yeah, you like it anyway, and you're like, I kind of want to go watch Family Guy, and you even like you weren't even happy.
I started pre-liking videos, and then I'll unlike it if I don't like it.
I'm literally.
Bro's like, oh,
It
South
takes
Park,
more
bet.
I just like it. I like it just to encourage them to keep putting clips under because I saw.
This is the dopest sandcastle I've ever seen.
Yeah, like I saw this video of like this intense court hearing where this guy's like talking to someone who murdered his child, and he's like, I want to see you rot in hell. Like, and it's like this 2-minute clip, and under it is Subway Surfers. And it's like, how could you have possibly done that? But I'm gonna like it anyway. I'm gonna like it because you did that. It's the funniest. Oh, it's like how insensitive do you have to be to plop a Subway Surfers over like someone really dying? Oh. There's another show that just recently came out on Peacock where they get a jury and they're all actors except
seen
for
that.
one person.
Yeah, I've seen that on TikTok.
I've seen that on TikTok, and it makes me want to watch it, and I'm just scared I'm going to watch it.
I just saw
and
one
it's
clip
just-
of an old woman who is an actor, obviously, who fell asleep
Yeah.
during it, and then he's like, "Please wake up," and then she just gets up out of the courtroom, gets a cup of coffee, and then comes back, and then the judge just starts roasting the guy who's the only one who's not an actor. Just starts roasting him or whatever, and then they start putting celebrities in it now too. Like I saw Kevin Bacon, I think, in it.
What?
Yeah, he was in one episode, not like in the.
I was like, because they had that one dude who was like in the Sonic movie and whatnot.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he was like, his character was himself, but like only talking about his own movies, like and only talking about being an actor the whole time. And so they had him on it.
He's
but-
like plugging his stuff.
yeah, he's literally just like, so you seen the Sonic movie? Or he's like, oh, did you buy it or rent it? Yeah, oh, I wish you would have bought it because then I would have gotten 17 cents. So just really, really good stuff. Yeah, I don't know. The TikTok thing, I could see myself deleting it. Well, and if they do close down TikTok, I guess I'll just download iFunny again. You know what I mean?
Dude, don't go down to the trenches, man.
I only know
the
two
shit.
friends who use iFunny, and that's
Chase
Chase
and
and Parker. So three
Noah
now: Chase,
Brown, yeah.
Noah, and Parker too.
Parker uses iFunny.
Dude,
Parker's
Noah's like a
religious.
famous iFunnier. He
I
has
know.
a bunch of
I've
stuff
had him
that's
on
popped
featured.
off.
I say I've seen him on featured, not knowing it was his account, which is the funniest thing. Oh,
He
I was-
posts his own memes.
Yeah, no. Well, no, because he did. He was telling me, and I love talking about this because it's so funny. Because I think this is what he says, and I believe it. But have you seen? Do you know the Punisher clip where
No, no, no.
He's no, wait.
Yeah.
But then the other one where he's like, and I do it again. I do it. I loved it. So there was,
I loved it.
there was one where I don't know if I think Noah went to r/schizophrenia and just typed, they're in the walls, they're in the walls, they're in the walls, they're in the walls. And then he put that clip under it. He's like, because he got banned, he's like, and I do it again. And I loved it. And then that like popped off. And I had seen that on multiple different platforms, like reposted. And I think he was the creator of that meme. Don't quote me on it, but
I know
think
he's
he
like
was.
a top tier commenter too. Like he gets like thousands of likes on his comments.
That's the thing about being a good commenter is you have to be early though to get the likes.
You have to be a scum to like. You're like paparazzi. I mean, you have to put something on there. And
You have
get
to go
on.
to the person's page and start loading the page to their next upload, and then the second they post it, you hop on it.
And the funniest thing about iFunny is I didn't know that, but there's a chat function. Like you can get in like Discord servers and just chat with iFunniers. And like iFunniers already have like the worst reputation for being human, like human for being alive. And so I just cannot imagine what those chat rooms are like. That was weird. We have an audience, I guess.
Come on in, guys.
Yeah, there might be someone using this at 4, so we'll have to wrap it up here soon. But yeah, anything else on the I've seen some TikToks that you've been making, but have you been putting some stuff out?
Nah, not really. I feel like I might have fell off. I've passed my
You
prime.
passed your prime.
Well, fell off.
You just got to
dude.
bring the
Come
whole
on.
back.
Now I have like a second account that like has like
Ice Poseidon for the
yeah.
plug.
I have like 20 followers or something on that. And I
Dang,
just like
get it.
I just post like little slideshows of like pictures I take throughout the day. It's
And he
just, like,
always starts it off with a Sigma.
a little Sigma
Sigma
meme.
Okay.
Get him warmed up, and then I show like 5 pictures of my roommate's cats.
So can you please plug that at the end of this?
Yeah, the ad is Arson Rocks.
arson, like as in arson.
Yeah.
That's so good.
We're gonna give a good old if you know, you know on that one.
What do you mean if you know, you know?
The
What did you
arson?
commit?
Dude, yeah, I'll have to tell you after.
Okay, yeah, no.
This will be
you'll
on the
remember.
extended cut.
Yeah, extended
guys.
No, no incriminating evidence on the pod. We've had
No.
enough.
I did not commit arson for those who are asking.
He's crossing his fingers under the table.
His hand, like the cheese touch, his hands behind the back, crossing his fingers. But I don't have anything else for you guys. I think we're gonna get kicked out here soon. So, any last plugging you guys want to do?
Arson Rocks. If you want to see my slideshows, if you want to see some cats, some Sigma memes that I steal from Twitter,
Stolen from iFunny.
stolen from iFunny, stolen from Reddit. I think that's it.
All right. Well, it was awesome having you both on.
Oh, I didn't want to plug anyway.
Oh, what are you gonna plug?
Oh, okay. I'll go ahead. So, if you want to see me on any sort of social media, that's too bad because I don't post on anything at all. So, follow ISU Spotlight on everything.
I can't wait to cut this part out. The only editing I ever do is to cut Harrison off.
Follow.
Yeah, the outro.